Well, sir, I said to the landlord of the hotel the other day, now, whereabouts in New York do you keep the post office? He says, what do you want of the post office? I said, well, I'd just written a letter home to Mother and Samantha Ann. I'd like to take it up post office and mail it. He said, why, you don't have to go to the post office. You see that little box right out there on the corner? I said, yes, sir. Well, he said, just put your letter in that box and it'll go right to the post office. I said, well, now, gee whiz, ain't that handy. Well, sir, I went out there. I had a good deal of difficulty getting the box open, and when I did get it open, I couldn't find any place to put my letter. There was a lot of knobs and hooks and hinges. Well, I pulled on a hook and turned around on a knob, and a lot of wheels commenced to buzzing and flying around, and I think all the fire bells in New York commenced to ringing about that time. Well, I looked around to see where the fire was, and a lot of fire engines and hook and ladder wagons come a-galloping up to where I stood, and they had one big soda water bottle on wheels, and it busted and soda water all over me. Well, one fella come up to me, he says, what are you trying to do with that box? I said, well, I just written a letter home to Mother and Auntie Ann, and I was trying to mail it. He says, why, you darned old hayseed, you called out the whole fire department of New York City. Well, I says, guess won't hurt you any to go back with it. He says, well, now, you let that box alone. There's your letter box over there on the other corner. Well, I went over there and put my letter in that box, and I was standing there looking around. That fella come along, acted a little mite suspicious. When he thought I wasn't watching him, he opened the box and commenced taking the letters out. Well, now, I'd hear tell a whole lot about them post office robberies when I was postmaster at Funkin Center, and I just arrested him right there. I took him by the nape of the neck and flopped him down on the sidewalk and shot on him. I hollered fire, murder, Watson police. A lot of constables come running up, and they said, what are you trying to do with that man? I said, well, sir, I caught him right in the act of robbing the United States Post Office, and by gosh, I arrested him. Well, they all commenced laughing, and I found out I'd arrested one of the postmasters of New York City.